Hey guys, it's Cindy over at paper.old.new. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping in and spending some time with me. I am working on a pick project. This project is the beach flip-flop. I have chosen some pages, I think, and I thought what we would do is cut them down and get them all situated, and then maybe you might remember I started a new series where I made pockets for a pocket idea book, and we made some of these. I'm thinking that these will fit in here, and I'm kind of excited to maybe try and put them in, and we might find some places to embellish. I don't know. We're going to see how this goes. I want to get my pages trimmed and hopefully set, and that way we'll know whether or not we need to add anything like that. Okay, so I've gotten out some of the Rit dyed paper to add to this, and what we're going to do is all of these pages seem to be the right height. The width needs to be on these about 3.5. So let's get that all situated, and we're going to cut along here, just like that. Hope. Okay, let's see how we did. All right, now what I've done is I have printed, these were printed from, we talked about this in the popcorn book actually. The Mid-Century Patterns is a kit from Raven Printable Designs in Etsy. She also has a kit called Under the Sea, and I took some of the journaling pages and printed them on the backs of these. So we have some double-sided paper here for that. This is out of a History of the Chesapeake Bay book, so very much at the beach. This is just, as you can see, a piece of planner page. Here's some Rit dyed paper. This is out of a school, like from the 30s, a reading textbook. Here's some more of the printed paper. So that's the Under the Sea, and this is some of the more mid-century patterns. Another piece out of the Chesapeake Bay book. And then I had this, which is upside down. So let's turn it over. Which says, give me the sun and the sea and a little spot to just be me. And that's going to be my signature center. So that's where we've left that. Okay. And that goes in here. That's the first signature in the book. And now it fits in there nice. Right? Okay. So I don't know if I should clip it or like just with a paper clip. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get one of my big ones so that it's long enough to get down to these little pages. All right, now I've only put, in the big section of this book, I've only put 3 signatures. So a lot of what I'm going to do in this book is going to be like where this flips open. I don't know that I'm going to put a signature in here. We're probably going to decorate this up. My only issue is where this white still shows from the envelope, but I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. I mean, I could sew the signature in here, but I'm sewing one on the other side of there, so I don't want to do that. And this one's going to be taller, so it'll fit in here. And I want to say we need these to be maybe 9 1/4 by 4. Okay. So let's get them all out and we will trim them. I'm just keeping them all together and trimming them in one big lump and hoping that works. Actually, no, stop. I might not do that. Only because I have a few in here. I have a page from a book in here. Yeah, right here. Let's see. That I might... We're going to trim this one separately and just remember where it goes. I don't know how tall it is yet, but we're going to take a little bit off the side. This is going to be shorter than the rest of the pages, so it will not be the 4 inches wide. It comes to 3 1/4. Okay, it's kind of like the textbook page in the little signature we just did. All right, and this needs to be 9 1/4, we said, and right now it is 10 1/2. Which means it's 1 1/4 more than I need it to be. Which means we can take 1/2 inch off one side and 3/4 of an inch off the other. I want to take off of both ends. That was the 3/4 end, so this is going to be the 1/2 inch end. Well, this should come to 9 1/4, right? Okay. Yeah. All right. And that goes right here. Now this is supposed to be 9 1/4. It's 9 1/2, so we're going to take 1/4 inch off the bottom. The one thing I will say about the pages I've selected, I didn't really select any like heavy cardstock. There's no cardstock. Now this might get firmed up because I may back it with something. But there is no cardstock in this journal so far. Okay, let's cut this. It needs to be 9 1/4. I think I cut these all to 9 1/2. Which means they're all going to need a 1/4 inch cut off. Okay. I really like these patterns. This happens to be 2 of the patterns on one piece of paper, so it's like half of this pattern, half of that pattern. I love these patterns. Okay, and then we have the C, and there's a little bit of writing space there. There's more writing space there. The ones that had to be folded in half, I mean, you get the writing space you get. I'm not overly concerned. So, all right, the rest of these, I think, well, not that one. I don't want to take off the top on this one, so we're going to have to do this one. It's already 9 1/4, so I don't have to worry about that one. The rest of these, we're going to put on here and cut down to 9 1/4 from the top. Or as close as we can get to 9 1/4 and be done with it. Okay. All right, now I had this stuff inside here and I had this out here. Right? Or did I have this out here? I'm going to put this out here. There we go. Yeah, like that. Ah, and they still have to be 4 inches wide. So let's go to here and cut at the 4-inch mark. This should be interesting. I think I'm going to get my knife down. It's easier to cut through the layers with the knife than it is with the roller. Get it down. I mean, get it. Okay. There we have it. So that goes in here. I like the way this has this green in it to kind of tie in. This is kind of beach. Some might look at it and go, well, it looks more summer than beach because it's got a lot of this paper in it. I did put like the beach umbrella. So there's some. All right, we're going to do it again. I'm going to take this out and we're going to make sure that it's 9 1/4 on its own. And it is. And then everything else I think I can cut from the top. Oh. Right, let's do this one. Again, we're doing 3/4 of an inch off this end. Half an inch off the other end. All right, and then those are out. These all have to be brought together. And from the top, we are going to cut them to 9 1/4. I don't understand what's going on up here. What seems to be the problem? Is that my cutting mat or my paper? Seems to be my paper. That's weird. It was going over a bump and it wasn't cutting through in that one spot. And I was trying to figure out why. I still don't know. Okay, and then 4 inches wide here. All right, and that's that one. Now let's put back our, here's where the calendar page goes. Right in there like that. And then we put our ship page in here to the middle. Okay. All right, and then this goes in there. Now, the last one we have to do is right inside here, we have a smaller envelope. So this is still a big envelope, but this is a smaller envelope. This is a flip out. And what I want to do to kind of disguise all of this is I'm going to sew a signature right in there, right along this line here where all this paper is kind of jagged. And it's going to be this signature. This signature needs to be the size of the small envelope because I don't want the pages sticking out past the part of the book. And this is going to be, we're going to do 8.5 inches on those. And we're going to do, we might bump down to 3.5 inches. Let's see. It's either going to be 3.5 or 3 3/4. So let's look and see if there's anything I need to, because I think I have a ship picture in here. Yeah. I do have one piece of thicker page, and that's this. It's one of those military cards. Okay. So we decided we're going down to 8.5. Let's trim the edge. I'm going to trim this edge to 3 1/4. It could stand to be somewhere between 3 1/4 and 3 1/2, but I don't want to do all that lining up. All right, let's see what we got here. So we need to be 8.5. I'm down here on my number line, guys. That's why I'm low. Sorry about that. So we are 10.5 inches long. We need to take 2 inches off of here. So we're going to take an inch off of the top. Actually, I like to keep the page number. So we're going to take 3/4 of an inch off the bottom, which has a tendency to leave me, that's what ends up leaving me with a lot of negative space. And I'm going to see if I can get 1 1/4 inches off the top without going into the picture. I might not be able to. I can't. All right, we're going to have to lose the page number on this one, because I might take another 1/2 inch off. What did I take? 3/4 of an inch. If I take my 1 1/4 off, if I take my 1 1/4 off down here, and I take 3/4 of an inch off at the top, we should be okay. We should be okay. All right, let's just line this up to be 8.5 and see where we go. 8.5 should be right there. I know. Sorry, guys. I'm down here with my numbers so I can do math. I know some of you don't like to do the math and the measuring, but it's easier in my head. Okay, now, I don't know if I want to, I mean, it's slanted. I don't know if I want to take that torn edge off of there. I might just leave it for fun, because it doesn't stick out past the page. So I don't know if I want to take it off. All right, let's cut them all 8.5 inches. That shouldn't get cut, hopefully. Let's cut them all to 8.5 inches. Which you might have already done with some of them, so some of them might not get cut, but and on the floor they go. Okay, and then how wide do I have these? We might check them in the book before I go taking off a whole ton. 3 3/4 might not be too bad. I want to see if 4 will fit. I feel like 4 is a really narrow page as it is. So if I don't have to go smaller than 4, I would prefer not to. All right, and then we have that, and it should fit right in here on this smaller envelope and still within this book. Kind of. It might need that 1/4 inch to come off. I'm just looking at what gets cut. Nothing important really. Let's try let's try taking 1/4 of an inch off. See what we get. Well, it's off there now. All right, so if we put that in there like that, and we close this up, it doesn't stick out anymore as far. It's still guarded by this front piece. It still sticks out past this piece, but it's still guarded by the pages aren't sitting out here on the surface. So that should be okay. I don't know why that folds over so far, but that should be okay. All right, so we got all our pages cut down, although this goes like, that, maybe, probably. Okay, so when you open it, you get this signature. And then we go back here. This is a very short area. But we go back here and this flips out. And this is going to be a folio. I'm thinking about putting a pad in here on this flat section, and then maybe a pocket or something, you know, to decorate up. And then that closes. This will probably get a pocket, not sure yet. Here's a tuck. All right, and then we flip to the back and we have our little signature. And then when we open this up, we have this bigger signature. And I don't know. Yeah, maybe like that. Okay, so there we have it. Now, one of the things I wanted to do was stick, let's see. Oh, that's over the tuck. I can't stick that there. Oh, don't look at there. Okay, so it's not going to go there. All right, this flips out also. And we might be able to put it here. My only issue with it being it is exactly I don't know if I'm going to be able to cut this, guys, but we're going to try. I'm going to try and take a little bit off of this side and see if that allows it to go in the book. Better. Yeah, that sits on there better. Okay. Like that. What do we think? And then I think on this side it'll flip up. And we might have a little flippy pad under there. And then that means the flippy pad is going to... And then on this side, I was thinking it could be a tuck. Let's punch it here. And so on this side, it would go down on here like this, and it would glue down as a tuck. And you tuck something up under there. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And there's nothing to say I can't still like embellish this. It's just, so we're going to do uh-oh, I let my glue sit too long. So we're going to go up the side here. And I don't want it to pass through whatever I stick in there, so it's got to come, I got to go across this because the other side is going to be a flip up, right? So we're going to stick this on here where it's supposed to be, all the way over against the side, and put it down. There we go. Okay. And then we have a little place to stick something narrower than that. And this is probably supposed to be in here. There. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Take another look at it later. All right. So that gives us an up tuck. I don't know. Maybe I should get rid of some of this so I can see. That might be good. Okay. Now. Uh-oh. Don't come off of there yet. Here, this. I kind of wanted to put this on here, but if I do that, it's going to mess with my tuck. I could put it down there, which I think I will. A little bit of ink, not a lot, just a little bit. We'll put this one down here. I might put a little shell with it. And I had a word. There it is. Okay. I don't know if I could get... That says sand. I wonder if I can clip the... The D, whatever font they use to print this, the D is a little confusing. I would think if it was an A if they weren't printing their A's like that. Okay, so we'll put this on here. Like that. And I was thinking a shell. There we go. Okay, and then we have something, we can tuck something up under there. Okay, and then this flips up, and we're going to make a pad for that. We'll do our pads on another run through. I don't know if I want to put that there. The colors on that go better, I think, with everything that's going to be here. Let's see where else we have to stick stuff. It's not going to fit on there. That is a tuck, by the way. I probably should have clipped it because it's hard to see. Okay, and then we have... Oh yeah, this flips out. And we're putting this here. This has a tuck on it. I don't know why I made that so small. I don't know, because this has a pocket. I don't know if I want to put one here. Also, I want to decorate that. So I don't know what we're going to do with that. And then I could put something on here. Not one of those. These might not go in here, guys. I was thinking maybe they would, but... I'm not finding a spot where I like it. So, I don't know. This, of course, these have a lot of white on them, and this book, now that I've done all the stuff to it that I've done to it, doesn't have a lot of white anymore, so they just might not go anywhere. But we got that in there, and we'll have to see what we want to do with some more stuff. So this is a peek into where we're going with the little beach flip-flop. And maybe the next time, this might be a quick one because I don't know how much more I'm going to do to this as far as, like, it might be page edge embellishments versus lots of other stuff. We'll do a few cards to go in. I'm always doing that. I do it every time. There. Some page edges and stuff like that, maybe. But, I mean, this one's kind of staying simple, which I like because this is a nice, it's nice and flat. I'm not bulking it up too much, which I'm kind of proud of myself so far, but we'll see. That could change tomorrow. Who knows? Okay. So this was the beach flip-flop. I hope you guys are liking how this is coming together, and I'm using up my beach scraps from when I was doing the Beach Altered book. And I will see you guys in the next project. Bye-bye.